Welcome to Life After Neverland.
Hi everybody, look who's with me today.
Yeah, she drugged me in here kicking and screaming. When we sit down, I'm so much shorter than you. Hold on, I gotta sit on something.
Because your torso is smaller than mine.
Yeah, it's better. I'm sitting on
weird.
Sitting on a foot.
Anyways, guys, welcome back to Life After Neverland. We're going to be talking about the Masked Singer. We have Shawn with us today. I'm Karin. Thanks
and I'm
for tuning
Shawn.
in. Yeah.
And we are after living our life in Neverland.
Mm-hmm. After Neverland.
Life after Neverland.
Like after Neverland. Legit. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Obviously, we're going to be talking about the Masked Singer. Hello. And we wanted you guys to know that we really appreciate you. Thanks so much for everyone who has subscribed to our channel as of current. If you guys are interested in hanging out with us a little bit longer, check out our playlist. But before you do that, hit that subscribe button, maybe even the like button.
You know what, guys? We enjoy you watching our videos. We want to know you're here. Hit that like button. Let's set a goal of 50 likes.
Oh, we'd be so grateful. And if you feel a real wild hair, hit that notification bell because when we send you a video, you guys will know when we post it.
50 likes. Karin will shave her eyebrows.
No! Although I have to say, if I did shave my eyebrows and then maybe I got some tattooed on or something, they look way better than the ones I have right now.
If we have 50 likes, I will shave my butt.
Although that's a trend. Eyebrows being fancy and fabulous is a trend. I remember back in the 80s when they were bushy as all get out.
Oh,
that's
you
true.
mean like plucking, yeah.
Yeah. No,
I have
joke.
to pluck mine and like it feels weird.
So watch me shave my eyebrows and then I get like tattooed eyebrows and then the trend falls out the minute that I do it. And then I look like a freaking idiot.
What's a good punishment for me or a good reward? It's got to be a punishment because those are more fun.
What do you mean?
If we have 50 likes, I have to blank.
Fill that in the comments down below. I love that idea. That's a great idea.
I feel safe. You guys
and
are
then
going to do the 50 likes.
We'll pick the best one. We'll let you pick.
If we have 50 likes.
And you have to leave a comment. So on that note,
what were we here talking about? I forgot.
The Masked Singer.
Oh, Masked Singer. That's right.
But anyways, I wanted to give a shout out to some of our friends who've been amazing and commented on several of our videos, but as of the most current ones. Juliana, which is one of our friends that used to work with us at Disney. Hey, Juliana! What? We love you and we miss you very much. Shania Joseph, Carrie Gilbert, and Matt Jones. Thanks so much for tuning into our channel and giving us some fabulous conversation pieces in our comment section. So let's talk about the Masked Singer officially. Okay, here we go. We are going to announce who was sent home at the end. We're just going to talk about them later. If you haven't seen the episode, obviously there's going to be a lot of spoilers, so make sure you watch the episode first and come back and join us later. So the first contestant that we wanted to talk about was the Black Swan.
The Black Swan was awesome!
Yeah, she came out on fire, literally.
Rock. I hope she sings rock every week.
I feel like Group A was good, but they weren't like, whoa, like your mouth dropped. And I feel like the Black Swan was a mouth dropper. Like, what?
Yeah. Black Swan is definitely going to make it to the finals.
So online, everybody kind of thinks that the Black Swan is JoJo. Now, it's not JoJo the dancer that we saw.
Not bubbly bow tie.
Yeah.
What do you call it in your hair? Not bubbly hair bow JoJo.
Big hair bows, yeah.
Hair bow JoJo. It's the other JoJo.
JoJo.
It's Joanna JoJo.
JoJo the singer. And here are some of the reasons why they think. So when she said hypnotized by Hollywood in her clue package online, I did some research. And I remember JoJo, but I didn't realize she hit her vocals quite like that. But anyways, they say that when she was 13, she had public issues. It was literally a public situation.
And she loved the Notorious B.I.G. and the song Hypnotize. One of her favorite songs.
That's not what I was going to say. Oh. He just made that up. Anyways, she had public issues with her label. So that's kind of interesting. And I do love it when you have celebrities that come on and they literally are honest about their story. Mm-hmm. And they show that they're flawed in some ways, that they've been broken by Hollywood. I mean, many of us have been broken by certain situations in our life too. So they're kind of an inspiration to me anyways.
Right, because every rose has its thorn.
You know, he's just here to be the village idiot.
That was a good reference because Bret Michaels was on The Masked Singer, and I made a Bret Michaels reference.
But it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yes, I said every rose has its thorn.
Unless you're talking about the Piglet actually had a rose.
No, because a singer who is, you see them and they're on a platform, but then every rose has its thorn. The fight. No, I'm not. It makes perfect sense.
I'm sorry, you're trying to sell your case.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Which is what he always does. So we have arguments.
No, because, listen, just hear me. Can you hear me out? Can you just listen to me?
Sure, why not?
So you see a celebrity and you're like, wow, they're so cool. They got everything. And then you find out that there's, like, fighting with the labels and drama. And they talk about it on the show that every rose has its thorn. They got thorns. They got things that happen that we don't know about. It really makes sense.
It does make sense, I guess. But no, I know he's agreeing with me. So, you know what? I can't be mad at that. Anyways, she had a stopwatch. Now, we're going through a few of these clues, anyways, that relate to JoJo.
Like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
And it had a number. Do you remember what number? Do you remember what number? I can't say that.
Well, when you were playing the Black Swan, I was giving our Collabradoodle a haircut, and I was listening and not watching.
Okay, so it was a number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah, you knew that.
Got it.
Yeah, that was on the tip of his tongue. But yeah, JoJo, she toured with Fifth Harmony, and wasn't that one of their guesses? One of the Fifth Harmony chicks?
Was she in Fifth Harmony?
She wasn't, but she toured with them. So
she toured, she opened for them.
Yeah, so I'm thinking they were close on that one. And then X marks the spot. I think Nicole had mentioned that. She was connected to the X Factor. So I did this research online. In 2019, JoJo appeared in the audience on a celebrity version of the X Factor.
Well, that's a stretch. Like,
but I mean, aren't some of their guesses really like that?
They're like, well, I watched.
Clues.
We make fun of Ken because he does like these big stretches, but sometimes their clues are big stretches.
A lot of the times I think their clues are big stretches.
She was in the audience in one episode.
But the clue-doo said something about of the monster. It was in connection to the monster clue. And
which monster? We've had 5 of them.
This contestant is connected to the monster. Which you would think, this is why I get frustrated with the monster costume in general. It's not that the monster costumes aren't cute, but I always think that they're connected to the prior contestant.
The reason why it bothers you is because they made that connection during that, was it last season, where they kept making it seem like the girl monster had a connection to the boy, and they kept showing it like they're dating, they have a crush on each other, and all of a sudden they just stopped.
Shaka Khan.
And that drove you nuts.
Yeah, they didn't. I really thought they had a connection, and they had absolutely no connection.
Why play it up and then it's nothing?
The costumes have a connection, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That's as far as that goes. But apparently, the character, the Black Swan, has a connection to the monster character who was inside. Yeah, T-Pain. And in 2008, JoJo covered T-Pain's song "Can't Believe It."
Ooh, that's a strong connection.
So I don't know why. I just feel like that one's a shoe-in. Yeah.
A shoe-in.
A shoe-in. It's a shoe. I'm throwing the shoe in, and I'm saying it right now. It's JoJo.
I wonder where the phrase shoe-in came from.
I don't know. Really I just, phrase. I heard it a bunch of times, and now I'm using it. So let's talk about the monster, since we're kind of on that page.
I'll Google it. But
what did you think about the Grandpa Monster, Shawn Mizell?
He was a shoe-in for the worst singer.
No, he wasn't the worst.
No, he wasn't the worst. I just wanted to use shoe-in again.
Yeah, well, he was a shoe-in for the most, in my opinion, unexpected performer, because
we knew right away it wasn't going to be an old man. We both called it, and then he started singing. I'm not saying that he's a young buck, but late 30s, 40s probably. Seems like an athlete with a decent voice. He was dancing around, being cute. I think we're looking at a basketball player probably, or they showed a 6 made out of X's and O's, and that's a sports reference. I was trying to think of what 6 would stand for. First, I was thinking it'd be really funny if it was Tom Brady, because everyone calls him old and X's and O's, and I was like, yeah, he's got 6 Super Bowl wins, but I forgot it's 7 Super Bowl wins now, so it's not him.
Well, I was also thinking when you said that, because he loves the Packers, wouldn't it be cool if it was Brett Favre? But okay, let me tell you what I found out. So the flags, they had, I really think that the Grandpa Monster had the coolest background with the bingo and the old ladies dancing with their walkers behind him. I really liked his performance. And I do like the fact that it was a surprise. You're thinking, this is going to be an old man. And here he is doing, plies and kicking his legs to and fro. So, obviously, he's not old, like we said. But the bingo scene in the background had flags. Did you know that? With bears and crocodiles. Which, is that connected to Florida?
Bears and crocodiles.
The crocodiles are. Like, it could be
the
like...
crocodile could be a Florida Gator.
Yeah.
So, if he was a Florida Gator and then played for the Chicago Bears, maybe.
So, there's some, ideas for you to play around with.
I'm going to have to dig into that one a little bit.
Yeah. But I really thought he was amazing. It was funny that he was twerking. So, isn't the Grandpa Monster a big question mark? Who's the Grandpa Monster?
I think it's a football player. I'm going to dig into this. I'm going to see who played for the Florida Gators and the Chicago Bears and try to make a connection to the number 6. I'll figure it out.
Some of the judges guessed The Miz. I don't know anything about The Miz. How about you?
He's a WWE wrestler that's kind of like he's got an ego persona
Yeah, because they said he liked to pull shenanigans when he was a kid.
Yeah, well, I learned about The Miz because I go by The Miz because it's a shortened version of our last name. And on my softball jersey says The Miz, and someone's like, "Oh, The Miz, like the wrestler," and I was like, "Huh?" And then I looked up and like, "Son of a B, like that was my name. He took my name.
He stole it."
I've been The Miz for a long time."
And then Ken said Scott Disick, which is another Kardashian reference. I don't see that. At least I don't see... Is Scott that funny? You guys, listen, if any of you follow me, you know that I'm not a big Kardashian fan, although I know about the Kardashians. I mean, I'd have to live under a rock if I didn't know about the Kardashians. They're literally shoved in your face.
We don't hate Khloe.
I like Khloe.
Khloe's kind of nice.
And we'll talk about something else later. But Scott Disick, I don't know. I'm on the fence on that. I don't agree with it. It's definitely an athlete, okay?
Athletes.
I think we agree on that.
Yep.
So let's move on to the chameleon. I love the chameleon's costume. It's one of my favorite costumes. And what's really cool about the chameleon's costume is that it's from head to toe in sequins, which is amazing.
I feel like the chameleon had a very strong chance of going home until I heard the Phoenix later on. So I thought the chameleon's performance was pretty disappointing. It's a cameo performance, so whoever came on the show, they know they can't sing very well. They're just there to make a cameo, in my opinion.
They're saying that it could be Adam Lambert, but I didn't think that he would... Like, Adam Lambert, You're saying that the chameleon didn't sing that well, but, like, Adam Lambert is one of the most amazing singers.
Adam Lambert would have crushed it.
Honestly,
am I wrong? Didn't the chameleon kind of suck?
He didn't suck, but he was not Adam Lambert. Like, no.
I feel like when I heard the chameleon, I was like, I wasn't like, ugh, but I was, after hearing the Black Swan, and then hearing chameleon, you're like, oh yeah, you're not going to make it very much longer.
Well, they said that, like, based on the rock star suit, the suit looks kind of like a rock star suit, that Adam Lambert would wear that, and then the big star eyes, and apparently Adam Lambert has a song called New Eyes. But honestly, when we're talking about stretches, I think that's a stretch. Adam Lambert has a voice that is, like, beyond amazing.
Yeah, he would have killed it.
And he's also a phenomenal entertainer. It's so funny because we regurgitate the same people a lot. I think this is going to be Adam Lambert. Like, I think this is going to be like...
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny because they have the Jamie Foxx jar now. Every time they say Jamie Foxx, they have to put $1 in the jar.
I do like that because they were saying that last week,
Making fun of themselves.
Yeah. Then they were saying that it was Nick Cannon. And that has been a really big buzz that the fans have been saying that Nick Cannon is going to be a big surprise guest, which I think that would be really clever and funny. But apparently he really does have COVID-19. And so, I was looking online. I guess, he would have been quarantined like the first couple of weeks of production. So we might as well just throw that in the garbage. I'll be shocked if it's really true. But I just don't think it is. Hey, what do you guys think about Niecy Nash as... a host? I really like her. I kind of like her more than Nick, to be honest.
Like, when this episode started, I was like, please not be Nick. Please not be Nick. Because, Nick does the pre-recorded, like, introduction to the show. And then she came out. I'm like, yes, we got her again. I can't even say her name. What's her name?
Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash?
Yeah.
I like Niecy Nash. She's funny. I think what's funny is that she can compete with the comedy from Ken. Where, like...
Which cat is this? Hold on. Wait, that's Castiel. Everybody say, hey, Castiel.
Like, Ken is so big and funny, and I feel like Niecy can keep up with him. Like,
yeah.
They're a good comedy duo.
It would be kind of neat if they, like, would keep Niecy on the show somehow, because I really enjoy her.
And I really don't like Nick Cannon.
So there you go.
Sorry.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, if you are a Nick Cannon fan, that doesn't mean you dislike our video. You're allowed to have your opinion. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. Just, he took some shots at Eminem. Eminem was my boy. I gotta
that
say
was
my
it.
boy.
That was it for Shawn. Basically,
Done.
that's it. If you say anything bad about Eminem, you're done.
You're out of the family.
That's it.
And I love Wild Now. And after that, I was like, ain't watching that no more.
But talking about rappers, some other people think that the Chameleon is a rapper. So maybe we need to have Shawn go back and listen to the Chameleon again. And unfortunately, you guys, I'm not a big rap person. I do listen to Eminem, but I would have no idea who that is. So if you guys think it's a rapper, let us know who you think it is.
It could be a Snickers rapper. It could be a Baby Ruth rapper. It could be a gum rapper. It could be a burger rapper from McDonald's.
Just so the clues are like he had a book that was saying IT. He was at a desktop with computers. I can't even say that because I'm so not computer orientated.
Bill Gates.
No. And 007 was actually on one of the computer screens. So James Bond. That one is a big question mark for me.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, I'm lost beyond words who the Chameleon is as of current.
Is there a chance it could be a Beastie Boy?
It's possible. But
Because
that didn't seem like a beastie. But this one's really tall. This Chameleon apparently is really tall.
I don't know how tall the Beastie Boys are.
Why do I feel like they're short?
Well, you said 007 and it's Licensed to Kill, and didn't the Beastie Boys have an album that said Licensed to Ill? I don't know. It's a stretch.
I wouldn't hate it if a Beastie Boy was on this show.
The
I've always
voice,
liked the 80s, guys. I do.
The voice did sound of African-American descent to me, though.
It really did.
But I've been tricked before.
Yes, because we didn't know it was Seal. They said it was Seal. We kind of thought maybe it was Seal, but we kept going back to who the hell was it? It was the basketball player.
Dennis Rodman.
Yes, we kept going back to him every single time, right? Anywho, all right, you guys. Last, before we talk about who was sent home, we're going to talk about the Piglet. Now, I don't have a whole lot to say about the Piglet other than I'm sitting here going, that is Nick Lachey. And when we got married in 2004. We were constantly watching The Newlywed, and we loved Jessica and Nick at that time. Unfortunately, all that clearly did not work out. That sounds like Nick Lachey to me, 1,000%. At least right now. I might change my mind as the episodes go on. Other people seem to think so too, so I'm a little surprised by that. So what I did find out that might connect the Piglet to Nick Lachey is that he's from Cincinnati, you guys, so that's his hometown, and it goes by the nickname Porkopolis. How do you say that? Porkopolis? Porkopolis. That's what they go by in Cincinnati, whatever. But it's famous for its flying pig marathon. Who would have thunk? I cannot stand that costume. It really looks like something like weird. All the other ones are really elaborate. Buy it from
a Halloween store or something.
It's just crazy that you would have costumes that are like extremely elaborate, and then you've got the Piglet. Just like the one season when they had all these amazing costumes, which they usually do, and then you've got the kangaroos. It falls flat. But if Nick Lachey comes out of it, I ain't gonna hate it. Okay.
I'll be okay if it's Nick Lachey.
Yeah, and a couple other things they said is that the backup dancers, I don't know if it was in this episode because I wasn't paying attention that closely according to the backup dancers, but there were 4 of them. So how many people are in 98 Degrees? That's my question.
4.
So then that wouldn't make sense. A typical boy band is 5, but I always thought 98 Degrees was smaller.
Yeah, there are 4, and you gotta look for anything with 98 degrees or in rising.
But that literally would give it away in like 2 seconds flat. We need Chicken by the Sea. We need lots of Jessica Simpson references. We'll have to see, but I would be stoked if it was Nick Lachey.
You just gotta hope and pray that it's Nick Lachey. Everything will be okay.
That's right. I love Nick Lachey, okay? No joke. And I always will. So now we're going to talk about who was revealed on the show. Now, this one we nailed. Now, this is the first time we personally have heard the Phoenix speak, sing, anything at all, and we knew exactly who that was. What were you going to say?
I just want to give Karin props because we don't record our reactions while we're watching the show. She nailed this one. I think the singer was like in like the second or third sentence in their song, and she nailed it. And I knew the voice. I was like, oh my gosh! Like my brain was trying to connect the dots. So I was like, I know who this is. I know who this is. And then she said it, and I was like, oh, yep.
It sounded exactly like Caitlyn Jenner, and honestly, you guys, I'm not probably the first person. I feel strongly that I'm not the first person who would have guessed that. Like, it sounded exactly like Caitlyn Jenner.
You're at least the third.
But I was excited about the Phoenix costume. I mean, talking about costumes, what an amazingly elaborate, beautiful costume. And it's sad that she had to go home. But she wasn't really that great of a singer, so...
Do you think the costume designer that, like, spent months working on that costume is like, son of a bitch!
I would think so. I know I would be.
One episode, that's all I got.
I mean, that was an elaborate costume, and it was perfect for
The ugly
Caitlyn
pig
Jenner.
is gonna make it like to the end, and that elaborate Phoenix costume is one and done.
But you open up that pig costume, you see Nick Lachey. Nobody gonna be mad. I was eating my lunch at the time. I look like Nick Lachey. This sounds like Nick Lachey. But anyways, you guys, I really like the story behind the Phoenix, and I told you guys before that I think the whole even costume in itself, the Phoenix in itself, is a beautiful thing.
What?
You know the story behind the Phoenix, you know, going through turmoil, having difficult times, and then growing from the ashes. The Phoenix was saying that they wanted to please others, and the more that they started to please others, the farther they got from who they were, and they started to lose themselves, which I think is totally true with a lot of people when they're people pleasers, and they miss their chance to tell their truth. And so I think that no matter what you might think of Caitlyn Jenner, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big Kardashian person, but I do think that those are beautiful qualities that anyone, no matter who you are, can take in and learn from. So that's a good message, and I'm glad that she had an opportunity to be on the show. Okay, you guys, so that's a wrap. We will be back next week, either Thursday or Friday, depending on our week. And please make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like button.
50 times.
Subscribe. Okay. Let your friends know about Life After Neverland. We've got tons of other things that we like to do. In fact, my birthday was this last weekend, and we have an amazing, amazing episode to share with you. We went on the beach, and we saw dolphins, and the dolphins were playing with us, so that's going to be posted soon.
Ooh, and we have a fun activity on Saturday. If you've heard of Meals on Wheels, the nonprofit organization, we are going to be joining them, and this weekend they're doing a huge cookout, and we're going to be there documenting it, and we're going to make a video out of it.
Please make sure you check out our playlist, you guys, and thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
Bye!